to Meat and Potatoes Harmonica Lessons. My name is Michael Rubin, and this is the first of hopefully a long series of lessons. Right now I kind of plan on focusing on music theory, because that seems to be one place where I have a way of describing things that making it easy to understand. But before we get too deep into it, I just want to say, everything I say is opinion, and that the information I have, it's not like I created this. It's just, I found a way to explain it, and hopefully it makes sense to you. First, I want to say, that a lot of people they really work on practicing on the harmonica, or their instrument, and I think the practice is very valuable. But what it does is it increases your technical ability, and technical ability is not musicality. I'm sure you've seen a guitarist, but there's something about his ego that you don't like. The other guy can barely play, but he's putting out so much love, soul, and emotion that you're really enjoying yourself. In my opinion, we don't hear technique, we hear music. And that's your soul and your feeling coming through the instrument. And so, as well as practice time and, thinking about theory and how it all works, I encourage you to spend a lot of time playing your harmonica and exploring and searching for new sounds and developing a comfort with your instrument, and that to me is a lot more about music. The other thing I want to talk about is kind of my philosophies on music in general. I think music is the making of sound. So, that buzzing you hear in the background of my computer, that's the making of sound too. So to me, that's music as well. Music is also choosing not to make a sound. I'm sure you've seen the band with the big horns section, and they're just hanging out smoking a cigarette. The singer is singing. At the very end of the verse, and then they go back to their cigarette. Well, if they were playing while the singer was singing, they would distract the audience from the singer. By choosing not to make a sound, they made music. Now, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I know I have. I paid $50 to see my favorite living legend. I'm in the audience, or you're in the audience. You're having a great time. So it's the guy next to you. And he pulls out a harmonica and he starts playing in your ear. Well, he's making music, but you don't like his music. The guy on the other side of you is keeping quiet, respecting the band on stage and you. You like his music. So in my opinion, when the band is on the stage, keep the harmonica in the pocket. Afterwards, bring it out. Everybody loves walkout music. Now, music is subjective. You can say, I like this music. I don't like this music. Music is not objective. This is a chair. Only physicists are going to argue with that. When we say that's good music or that's bad music, everybody instinctually understands we're talking about our opinion. Okay, so you make sounds. I make sounds. You choose not to make a sound. I choose not to make a sound. Can't say which is good or bad. Therefore, you are just as good a musician as I am, and as any other musician who has ever walked the planet. Your music is valid. You have a right to play music. And the sooner you own that, the more fun you're going to have. Bring out the magic wand. You are never off key. So many people worry about that. Ooh, he sings flat. It's subjective. There are plenty of people who would rather go see the punk rock show than the classical music show. If you make a sound you don't like or somebody else doesn't like, the third person is lining up around the corner to buy your CD. Have you ever played the game hacky sack? You stand in a little circle and you kick a ball with your foot, a little beanbag with your foot. There's no teams in hacky sack. There's no points in hacky sack. If you drop the ball, you are encouraged not to say you're sorry. Nobody is going to the hospital because you dropped a little beanbag. Music is a game of hacky sack. If you make a sound that you don't like or somebody else doesn't like, There's no need to say you're sorry. Just play the next note. Now sometimes the next note is silence. There's 12 notes on the keyboard. I call silence the 13th note. It holds as much weight. Sticking with the sports analogy, music is not a competition. You may have competitive feelings. That's a human thing. So, if you're in a music situation and you start feeling competitive, you can observe yourself and say, okay, I'm feeling that competition feeling again. Does it have anything to do with music? And hopefully your answer will be no, and you'll play the next note. So that said, I want you to play music, have fun with it, jam, but along the way, practicing and understanding about how theory works can really help give your play a place to go. So I'll play a little, and then I'll see you next time.